Hey everybody, it's your girl Rahima, aka Ra. Today is Friday, August 6th, 2021. I can't believe it's August. My birthday month is officially over. That's the way I celebrate life every day. Okay. So what time is this? About 3 o'clock here, Mountain Standard Time, and it is a little over 100 degrees. I think it's like 105, something like that. Here in sunny Phoenix, the metro area of Arizona. And I think it's not even a high yet. It's supposed to go up to like 108, which I don't know why they're tripping as usual because it's supposed to be like 115, 118 by now. Sometimes we get up to 120. So, I'm not bragging, just letting you know what it is. It's hot, okay? Hot and hotter. Those are the only two temperatures we have out here. Anyway, so today it's not too hot, but hot enough. Anyway, I am chilling out here in my little gazebo, my little canopy, if you will. Not so little, but nice. Not so shady either. Bugs still getting at me. Had treatment today. That went well. I've been kind of feeling a little icky this week. A lot of nauseousness going on, but my treatment flies like she's videoing, so let me join in. But my treatment has gone well. I met with one of the media outreach people at the research center this week and did an interview to talk about my experiences as a cancer patient and also talk a little bit about my book, The Life of Ra, which kind of inspired these videos that I've been doing for the last 3 weeks. And so, as I said on the 23rd and on the 30th, that I wanted to share a little bit about my day, about my week, and then share a poem with you. And so, again, this week I was feeling not so great, but great to be alive. A couple of people checked in. I thank you for that. Shout out to Sharice, shout out to Quentin, and yeah, shout out to all my Facebook friends and everyone who has an advanced copy of my book, who have been taking time to read it and get back to me with some positive feedback. I appreciate that. So, again, I'm hoping that the book will become available, The Life of Ra, no later than October. So I'm just going to say the fall of this year, and I'll be following up with my poetry. A book titled My Spoken Words. All right. And so, what else did I wanted to tell you about? I wanted to tell you about my rides because I shared that with you last time, right? So, Tuesday, because I have treatment on Tuesdays and Fridays now. On Tuesday, my ride, his name was John, very funny guy. He's really quiet. And then, right before it got time for me to get out of the car, he all of a sudden started talking. And I guess he saw my phone number and he's like, "Oh, you have a Jersey number?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm from Jersey too. I just got here. I've been here 6 months, blah, blah, blah." And he was asking me how I like it. So funny because out the blue, after he said, "You have a Jersey number, where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Newark." And he was like, "Do you know Whitney Houston?" Why, people? Why do we go there? I was like, "No, not personally. I think she's from East Orange, but even if I were from East Orange, we don't all know each other." So I hit him back with, "Do you know Paulie from The Sopranos?" Because he told me he was Italian. So, touche. Anyway, so we were talking about cultural differences, and again, I said, it took some time for me to get used to the culture here because it's very different than that on the East Coast. And he said, "Why is that?" And I kind of looked puzzled at him before my response, thinking that, that's a kind of a given, a no-brainer that, it's a predominantly white state and a predominantly white area where I live. And I said, well, I hesitated and then I spoke and answered. I responded by saying, "Well, because I'm black." And he said, "Oh," like he didn't know that. And then he said, "I'm black too." And so I hesitated once again. And I thought, "God, don't even, it's a trap. Don't say nothing." And so he smiled. And so rather than say something like, you know, I don't know, I said, "Well, your name is Kevin." And he laughed. He goes, "I get a lot of crap for that too." an Italian with the name Kevin. And I was like, I was going to say. But anyway, so we were just mainly talking about food differences. He was telling me about all these Italian dishes. We were talking about food, like pizza. Obviously, we were discussing Italian dishes. So he brought up pizza. And I was like, oh my God, the pizza here. Come on. I was about to say Dunkin' Donuts, but I meant to say Pizza Hut and Domino's. I'm like, really? No, come on. You know I love Seaside Heights pizza. Can't lie, y'all. And I love Brooklyn pizza, Manhattan pizza, anything but Arizona pizza. This is not happening here. So anyway, we laughed about that, and he was telling me some cool places to go up in Scottsdale. He said there's a guy there from New York. He's a ex cop, retired, and moved here and opened up a pizza shop. And he's very Italian and very much a New York, Brooklyn, with the accent and everything. So this is what Kevin was explaining. So shout out to you. And his name is Paulie. Shout out to Paulie, your restaurant, your pizzeria in Scottsdale, and shout out to Kevin. And then today's ride is equally interesting because we were talking about relationships. I was on the telephone, on my cell phone, when he pulled up, and I got in the car, and we hadn't quite finished our conversation, and I was trying to hang up. And I hadn't hung up, and so I guess he overheard some things, and he started sharing with me about some situation that sounded similar to what I was talking about. And so we were just talking about men and men cheating, and not that all men do it, not saying anything like that, but saying that it happens and why is that. And then we start talking about men here, not men cheating, just men here in general. Then we were talking about black men here, black people here, the culture again, which reminded me of the conversation that I had with Kevin earlier in the week. So my rides are very interesting to and from my cancer treatment. Sometimes I'm tired and I just sleep, and they tell me it's okay, you can go to sleep, you can trust me. And I'm thinking, okay. But sometimes I'm just really tired, and I sleep better during the day than I do at night. And so I sleep in the car rides sometime if I feel comfortable, but I don't sleep that hard. But anyway, so shout out to Kevin, shout out to John, shout out to Paul, and shout out to all my friends here in AZ, and all my friends in Chicago, and all my friends in New York and Jersey. All right. So I wanted to get to this poem that I wrote the other day. And last week I tried to memorize it for you, or a poem, not this one. And it didn't go so well. So I'm not going to try to do that. I have a lot of things on my mind, and memorizing this poem is not a priority for me, but getting these words out and getting my message out to you all is a priority. And so the chat line is open. I don't know how that works. No one has chimed in. I'm looking for more subscribers. So again, if you see this video, you like it, please subscribe with your email and password, sign in, put a comment, and then let me know that you like, or have a comment about what I'm saying. Okay, let me type something right here. That's like, hey. All right, so the title of this poem is called Broken Vase, and I'm going to read it from my cell phone. I wrote it the other night. Sometimes, like I said, my poems can get very deep. They'll get more deep. I was going to say intense, but I like the word deep, not so much intense. As we go on, and as I see that people are really listening. These are not ones that are included in my book of poems, but these are ones that I come up with that I write throughout my day, throughout my week. So these are the ones that I'd like to share with you. Broken vase. Is it broken vase, or is it broken vase? Is it the Wizard of Oz, or is it the days of our lives? Itchy, rashy hives, it's no lie. The way we live our lives, the key word is still broken. It's all about brokenness. Tomorrow I'll wake up trying to remember the words that I've spoken about this. But I'll still be still, thinking about my will, thinking about what lies ahead when I rise out of bed. What lies in store for, after, and before Saucy Flossy? Things are getting a little hairy, downright scary, but things might look different in the morning, crack of dawning. The best place to begin is within, because it manifests itself in different ways. It might all depend on whether it is broken vase or broken vase. All right, so I hope you like that one. Have a bunch more. They'll get longer. Like I said, a little bit more deeper, maybe intense if that's the word you prefer. I'll start to add music. I have some with pre recorded music. I don't own the copyright to any of the music. I just write the poems and I speak the poems. So if you like it, like it. If you like me, like it. All right. Happy Friday, everyone. Have a blessed weekend. Peace and blessings.